I'm in the workshop prepping my gravel bike for today's race, the Thetford Trophy Gravel. This is taking place in Thetford Forest, hosted by Glorious Gravel. It's the second in a Masters series of gravel races that they're hosting this year, kind of trial events. They hosted one last weekend at Sherwood Pines near Nottingham. Looks like that was quite successful. Looks like unfortunately it was a bit of a wet day for the actual gravel race, maybe a bit dry for the sportif itself, and the numbers weren't as high as they look like they're going to be today in Thetford. So looking forward to a good race. Now I've done a course recon, I did a video for that, and plenty of people seem to have watched and appreciated that. You can check that out, I'll put a link in if you want to see one full lap of the course that we'll be racing today. But I'm feeling pretty good going into this one, and I don't say that very often on my videos. I had good success last weekend at the cross race. Feel like training's going well. Legs feel pretty good. I'm hoping for good things today. Now, they are talking about making this into a series. I'll try and find out some more information at today's event, and I'll let you know later in the video. But right now, I need to get the bike sorted, loaded in the van, and get on that start line. What's that? 30 grams, carbs, caffeine, lovely. Let it go. I've got Steve behind. Hopefully that'll be the other way round and I'll be on his wheel as we race, but we'll see. See how we go. That's my plan. I'm not sure about Steve's plan. Now they're getting the 40s lined up. So they seem to be sorting everyone out, and then it'll be our turn to line up. I think there's quite a lot of us.
That is everything. Be safe and enjoy. We'll get 30 seconds.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
And we're off. And the pace ramps up rapidly here. You can see Ian Day in front of me is shot off. Roger has just shot off. And I'm like, I better get moving here. This is going off at the speed of a cyclocross race. And I'm thinking, there's single track not too far in. And I do not want to be held up getting into that single track. I want to get in as far up as I can. I didn't line up the best, to be fair. We were a little bit slow getting into the lineup, so I have lined up well down, and you can see there's already quite a few races ahead of me. And now I'm starting to get held up because I can push way harder here, but these guys in front just aren't moving quick enough for my liking. And I start thinking, right, I'm gonna have to make a move pretty quick. Now you'll see there's no data yet on the screen because I forgot to start my Garmin, but I haven't forgot how to race, and I'm already pushing through, and I've peeled between Roger and the other rider there, just making space myself, trying to keep safe, and I'm back on Ian Day's wheel. Ian's a great rider, he's quicker than me at cyclocross and has done much better than me in gravel races, but I was thinking, right, if I could go with him from the start. I'm not sure where this guy's going. He is rapidly flying past us. You can see data up now, we're doing 22 miles an hour, I'm pushing good 300 watts at times here, heart rate's up, cadence is up well over 100 here. I am motoring to get into this gravel section early on. Now 33 mile race, 4 lap course, and it's all pretty flat. There are bits of single track, so I knew I had to be positioned well and actually use some skills through them. As we go into the first section, I'm like, right, I'm in, and you can see the guy behind me there, he just overshot a little bit, had to tuck in behind me. We go into some narrower trees, but I'm feeling quite good, thinking, oh, I'm in quite a good place. And as we come out of the single track, you can see Ian is immediately pushing because the guy in front has been gapped a bit already. But that guy jumps on Ian's wheel, cuts me off. Obviously he's got his right to do that, so I fall in behind thinking, right, I'll play it safe. We're going to come up to a pretty fast right-hander here, and this is where I think, right, back on Ian's wheel. He's letting him go again. I'm not hanging around. I'll give him a shout. I'm on your left, and I push through straight back onto Ian's wheel. You can see I push some watts there, get back on Ian's wheel because I know this is a good wheel for me. This is going to push my pace. I want to push myself a bit. I'm thinking the race is going to be over 2 hours for me, quite easily, and I don't know how I'm going to do because I haven't raced a 2-hour race. It's either been 40 minutes or a long gravel race, 65, 68 miles. which I haven't done that well in. I haven't paced very well. So I'm just thinking, let's go hard. This guy had flown by. I've chased, gone past Ian and thought, we can't let this guy's wheel go. He's going well. Ian's now pushing on because I've dropped off a little bit. Ian comes through. I'm able to hold Ian's wheel as we chase back onto this guy. Now, this is the section they had to put in as a diversion, and there's Ian Dawson. You'll see him again later in this race, quite a bit. But I've just dropped off a little bit here. Paul comes past me, local rider Paul from DAP. He's come past. I can't hold his wheel. Him and Ian are now going off, as you see me coming out of the single track there. And I push some watts, but I can't get on them. So I can see them in the distance. You can see them right ahead there, and I'm just tracking them, thinking, keep them in your eye line and keep pushing. Just keep pushing, Simon. That's all you can do, is push, 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 push. And that's what I've got in my mind as I complete the end of the first lap. Big support as I come through the line there. Always appreciate the support from everyone. It's good to get. G'd me up, and I felt like I'm going quite well here. I'm not in a bad position in this race. I knew I'd moved fairly up there. Probably thinking I'm in the top 20, and I'm thinking, let's just keep pushing. The Vet 40s went off in front of us, so I'm picking off some of those guys, plus some of the guys that happen to start a bit quicker in my wave. Perhaps they're a bit better positioned, and you can see I'm constantly picking people off. Here I'm on the single track section, but I give a shout, let me through. You know, I need to come through. I don't want to get held up. Get on this rider's wheel again. He's pulled me a little bit on the gravel. It's a little bit sketchy doing that left turn. I was never too happy with that one, but again, I felt this guy, he's not pushing enough. I don't want people catching me from behind. I do not want to be caught. I want to keep pushing forward. So I push some power again, push on up as we come towards the end of the second lap. I think I'm doing pretty well, but I am a little bit now on my own. I can't see anyone ahead at the moment, and I'm thinking, I don't really want to do the third lap solo. So I was quite glad when this other rider joins me and pulls through, and I'm thinking, great, another little rabbit to chase. Because throughout the races, that's what I need. Someone to keep me going, keep me pushing. Because I definitely haven't been pushing myself enough in these races. Now, I can't see that rider's number, so I'm not actually sure of his name there. But I believe he might have been Nicholas or Gary out of the group we're in later. But we're pushing well, and I'm giving him some encouragement, say keep pushing. He's like, can't see him in front. Yeah, well, keep pushing. I'm going, keep pushing. They're coming from behind. Keep pushing, because I know we need to keep chasing. Now, there's Ian again. I said you'd see Ian Dawson again, and there he is pulling through. The other rider pulls through as well. They've come through me at a bit of speed, and I think, come on, dig on, Simon. You've got to go with them. You've got to keep pulling along. It's really important. We're on lap 3. You do not want to get caught. Let's keep the pace up. But man, Ian was setting some pace along there, as you saw, 23 miles an hour. And look who's behind. Roger's found his way back to me. He's closed up. He's brought 3 or 4 other riders with him as well. So he is towing a little group up to us, and he's found his way back onto my wheel. Now Ian leads us through here nicely, and we're actually now at this point realising we're riding together and we're taking care of each other, just giving little shouts, you know, rock here, this there, narrow there, and that just helps us all out, because we're like, right, we can work as a group to go faster. And this is the first time in a gravel race I've actually been in a group. But here, Ian's putting a bit of acceleration. The other guy hasn't been at holding, but Roger's like, I'll come through, I'll pull us up. And I'm like, yeah, great, Roger, great job. You can see I had to put in about 400 watts just to get onto Roger's wheel. But now, look at that, I'm less than 100 watts, just gone up to 200 watts, and we are doing 21 miles an hour. Roger has put in a big stint there to bring us back up to Ian's wheel. Fantastic work by Roger there. But there's no stopping him. Roger ain't hanging around. He's off. He wants to pick up the pace before we get to the next single track. And I'm like, flippin' heck, Roger's going. I just had to blast in 500 watts to get on his wheel before we enter the single track. And for some reason, Roger, I don't know what he had for breakfast. He was just pushing. Unfortunately, he pushed a little bit too hard, just lost his front wheel there, as you saw. I give him a shout, you're all right, take your time, hopefully he'll get on. You can hear me shouting back to him, I want to make sure Roger's okay. As Ian comes by, little discussion, Roger, we're not sure whether he's back on, not back on, but everyone, there's about 4 of us in the group, everyone was confident, he was all right, he was up. So that's the important thing, and we are racing, you've got to keep pushing on even if your buddies are down. He wasn't serious, I thought. Now Ian's done a big pull on the front here. A couple of guys have come through here and they're pulling through on us. There's Nicholas Knight there, 596, so he's just pulled through. I think the other guy might have been Gary Curse, not sure. So as we come towards the end of the third lap, these guys are pushing on, and I'm like, come on Simon, go with them, hit that power. There we go, 450 watts, we're pushing some power there and getting through. So I am chasing on, I ain't about to be dropped by these guys for the last lap. And I must say, 4-lap course, I was loving the course. Guys at Glorious Gravel, fantastic job putting together this course. Yes, maybe a little bit too much single track for some, but it was a nice balance. I was able to get a little bit of recovery on the single track. You can see Ian pushing on again. Nicholas go with him. This guy here, 624. So that's James. He didn't quite want to go, and I'm thinking, I'm getting with these guys. I'll do a bit of a push. 300 plus watts there. Get on the wheel so that as we enter the single track, I'm still right in contention. I want to be mixing it up with these guys come the end of this 4th lap. But yeah, I could have done more laps of this course because I was enjoying it so much. My legs, maybe they couldn't do any more laps come the end, but yeah, fab course. Really enjoyed it, didn't get bored, didn't get stranded, always felt like I was racing, really felt like I was racing strong here. I knew I had work to do. I'm shouting to the rider behind me, is there anyone behind? I want to know how big our group is. There's 4 of us, we're working together quite well, communicating. He said it's at the last lap. I'm like, yeah, last lap, let's go. Nicholas was dropping the wheel a little bit. I'm like, get on Ian's wheel. This guy can motor on this next section of gravel. Get on his flipping wheel because Ian's about to take off. So I close the gap and I get on Ian's wheel, and Ian takes off another 23 miles an hour before we enter the single track again. Now, Ian had been watching he'd been watching Roger too much, and he decided to take a lay down at the same point. He had done a lot of work on the front, I must say. Ian did a lot of work on the front, so maybe a bit tired, had a little lay down mid-race. But I'm shouting back, is he all right? I'm not sure if they could see because they had sunnies on and it had got a bit dark. I had my photochromatics on. I've took it easy around that one because that is tight as well. That was one you could overshoot. And you could hear me talking to the other guys. Is he back up? Is he back on? Because he'd done a lot of work in our group and he was an integral part of the group. And also, guess who's on the front doing all the work now? Yes, yours truly is on the front in a gravel race, actually putting in a big effort. Now we're through this single track and I see a little gap there and I'm like, right, let's get through. Let's get on and push on and try and drop the others in the group, to be fair. I'm hoping I can get a little gap. But as we get onto the gravel, these 3 think they can roll me. And I'm like, oh, hold on, boys. I've just done half a lap here on the front since Ian went down. And you 3, cheeky monkeys, are all coming through to roll me. And I'm thinking, hold on, I'm not having any of that. Gave our mate a quick shout, check he was alright. He's alright, just stretching, I think, bit of cramp. And I'm like, I'm at the back here, this ain't good. I'm going to have to make a way through because we're coming towards the back end of the lap and I need to be at the front going into the single tracks coming up, because if you're not in there for the last single track, you ain't coming out well at the end. There's no room to sprint on that finish. I didn't fancy my chances. I have literally banged it down here to get past them. It was quite a bumpy bit and I've given him a shout, probably without knowing he's let me through, which is quite good. I am then positioning myself, and on all these fire tracks I'm like, right, give it some, keep at the front. Now here, once I'm into this section, I'm like, right, this is the last single track. These guys pretty much can't get past me, and I do sit up a little bit and take it a bit easy here because I'm thinking I want a little bit of recovery, because at the end I am gonna bang them watts and I am gonna lead a good sprint out, because I do not want these other riders coming by me. Look at that 700 watts in the sprint there. I didn't even know I had it in me, but no one's coming past Simon as he goes over the line for 18th place. Well done, mate. You alright? You are. Dead. You were so strong. Along that gravel bit after, you know, after the single track, it's so strong. I couldn't come past, I thought, mate, 23 mile an hour. I ain't coming by you. You are amazing. Real strong. Like 2 laps I had behind you down that bit. I couldn't come by. Single track, I was alright.
I come by.
You did? Bloody Larry Bar.
Yeah, that corner got really loose.
Yeah, if you'd have gone a little bit slower, you'd have got a bit faster. Did well though, mate. You must have got held up at the start, you two, did you?
Yeah,
Second lap, you caught me. I made a little leap through, didn't I? Got on Ian's wheel.
I dropped that chain.
Yeah.
You were away with the group on start. I missed my pedal on start.
It was just
work together. Yeah, that's this time. You dropped the chain, didn't you?
Oh, you dropped it twice then?
No,
How much drop?
4 times, I think. And then it's a bumpy, innit?
Yeah, but that's a single.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, good, these two.
Oh dear.
You're
A bit bloody that. Roger's got. We're in for the blood. So, if you look away now.
Nothing.
I've got some first aid in the car if you need it. Clean up. Yeah. I got a good start. Got on Ian's wheel and just pushed for as long as I could on his wheel. Then he did go. Then eventually, what, 3rd lap you caught me?
End of the second.
End of the second, Roger caught me. Then he decided to he got a bit tired. He put in a lot of effort to catch me. Got a bit tired, had to lay down. Then caught us at the end. Then I had to put in a hell of a lot to try and catch him. Yeah,
got back. You come in front of who?
I come before.
What's your position then?
I think I said 16
You were
or
16.
something. I was 2 behind Ian.
No, 18, but Ian was 16, you were 18.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
I'll come round that corner sideways.
Well, I'm back from the gravel race. It's 7:30 at night. I'm quite tired. I've just grabbed some dinner because I'm solo. I've had to sort myself out. But I'm pretty happy. Today's race actually went pretty well, as you'll have seen. I raced hard from the gun. I didn't know how I was going to hold on for 2 hours because it was pretty much cyclocross race pace, which I normally do for 40 minutes, for 2 hours. And there was a couple of times on the last lap where I did feel a little twinge of cramp in the old hamstring, but I'll get the old Bob and Brad massage gun on that, hopefully sort that out tonight before tomorrow's ride. But yeah, really happy. 18th out of 48 in my age group. Pretty happy with that. And I wasn't too far off getting up in towards that top 10. I feel like just a little bit more training, a little bit more prep. Maybe if I was a little bit better through the single track, although I seemed to fare quite well against some of the other riders who were more roadies. But I really enjoyed the event. It's a little bit of a shame that everyone disappeared so quick at the end, but because it was getting cold, it's that time of year, night's coming in, everyone wants to get away. That is the problem with an afternoon race, I guess. Some of the other local riders did well. Paul Groombridge did well in my race. He got 3rd, and yeah, in my race he got 3rd. So well done, Paul. Did really well. My mate Andy did well. Roger had a little off, as you saw, but he did make it in just behind me. I think he was about 6th place, but about 23rd. But he was literally on the back of our group. But I managed to position myself to the front, so that was pretty good. His knee's all right. Hopefully he'll make a quick recovery. Not too bad. Poor old Steve King, his seat dropped down, so that didn't help him. He had a bit of a hard day out, I think, riding around with a bit of a short seat there. But on the whole, everyone seemed to enjoy it. I think these could really take off next year. Now, Glorious Gravel have said it's going to be a series of 8 races for next year. I'm assuming they're going to pair these with the Sportifs they do. So Sportif will be one day, gravel race the other day. It makes sense. It's a good way for them to put on events. I'm really hoping people buy into them and we can get the fields a little bit bigger. Because, you know, 48 people in my race, yeah, that's great. But it'd be nice if there was 100 people in my age group for my race. You know, gravel's popular. We got to support these events. They're not cheap, but it ain't too pricey for what you get. Chip timing, there was food stop. They've got to get marshals out there. I really think we've got to get behind them. I'm looking forward. They're going to make the announcement first week in November, I believe, of the 8 races. I'll be watching out for that. I think we're going to do a special video on that one for the release of those, because I'm dead keen to get involved in these next year and see how I do. And I know a few other local riders definitely going to be partaking in them. So do give it a thought. Let me know what you thought in the comments below of the course today. Will you be interested in racing the gravel next year? Pop it in the comments. Let's share that with Glorious Gravel so they can see the need. And maybe other organisers can jump on board as well. I need to get my legs recovered. They are spent. And I've got another 30-mile off-road ride to do tomorrow. The rough stuff, which I've done videos of previously, but I will do another video this year. Riding that with my mate Andy Mex. We'll see how we go. If you've enjoyed this one, do me a favour, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, follow along for more videos. It really does support my channel.